mean, we're just going to play really hard, you know. And we had a great day today out there. We had a great day yesterday. A great day on Friday. A lot of energy, a lot of intensity. I think that we're in week 11 right now, and the way we just came off that, finished that practice, strong. So, you know, our rabbit coming out of the hat is to play as hard and physical as we can play.
Just elaborate a little bit more on the in-book. I mean, the efficiencies are incredible with this kid, not just athleticism, but quarterback skills too. Talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's an athletic guy. I think he's a really competitive guy. He throws the ball well. He's got a bunch of game experience. I think he's a really good player. I like him a lot. Watch him on tape. Yeah.
You could just talk about that combination he has with Claypool.
Yeah, throw it up to a big 6'4.5", 6'5" receiver who's got great body control, really good hands, and you know, get up in the air and make some plays. I mean, but he's not the only guy. I mean, they got other guys, right? They're a balanced team, and good tight end, good receivers, good running back, good offensive line. I mean, they had a well balanced offense.
Well, in the bye week, because you've had a problem with the giving up the deep ball.
Sure.
And is that something you addressed in practice?
We address it every day. I mean, it's not like anything that's not addressed, you know.
Well, what can you do about it, I guess is the question. And, you know,
well, just keep coaching, and keep developing, and keep growing. And, you know, no one goes out and says, hey, I'm going to give up the deep ball today.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you go out there and you're playing, and these are learning experiences for some DBs that don't have a lot of game experience. And so that's what happens when you're a young defensive back there. This is part of that maturation process. We've had a lot of really good DBs here that have gone on and are currently playing in the NFL, and this is another batch that we have right now will have the same opportunity, but not yet. They got a lot of development left to happen.
Coach, BC-Notre Dame was like way up here for a while. It's waned in recent years, short of the obvious, which is winning. What can you do to sort of up-tempo the feelings about this game?
Well, I mean, I think there's still real strong feelings about this game. And, you know, I just think that these are two like institutions that represent the same thing, which is faith, academics, doing things the right way. And so I think there's a lot of similarities, and obviously it leads to a fiery matchup. And I mean, I've seen this game, and when I coached there on the other side of this thing, I've been around it a long time. I mean, I think I don't think it's any less important right now than it's ever been. You know, I don't know the frequency of playing them, what that's been like. I don't really know that. You know, in terms of every year playing or every other year playing, but any time that the game's on the schedule, it's a big game. For us, it counts as a non-conference game. You know, so it's a pretty big non-conference game. I mean, non-conference game, we're playing a top 15 ranked opponent, which is great.
What was it like having 2 bye weeks this year?
Well, I mean, quite frankly, we needed it. So I can say that I'm happy we have. You know, every year it falls a little differently. We came off the Syracuse game. We lost a lot of players in the Syracuse game, and we didn't get them all back. But with the bye week now, we had a chance to get more back. So I think at the end of the year it can be very beneficial, really, because everybody's beat up by the end of the year. You know, I think the worst thing is having a bye week early. I think if you're one of those teams that has a bye week in the first 3 weeks, that doesn't do you a whole lot of good.
Let's talk about the O-line, just staying healthy, knock on wood, and progressing every week. I mean, Dylan's numbers went up as that unit became more cohesive, and Bailey's numbers too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure, but A.J. Dillon's healthy this year. He wasn't healthy last year. He played 4 healthy games last year. He still had good numbers. I mean, he has a chance right now this year, potentially, to break the all-time ACC rushing record. So our offensive line is one of the better offensive lines in the country. And I think most people that are involved in football know that. And it's not going anywhere. It's going to be the same or better the following year. And we were pretty damn good last year. So I mean, I think we've re-recruited that line, and established a culture in that room that's something to be proud of, and that's not changing anytime soon.
Late to the party.
That's all right.
I did want to know what's made Alex so good this year.
He's just another year older. It's kind of like people said, remember what made Chris good?
Right.
I mean, we all saw Chris debut as a freshman against Florida State at 255 pounds. Well, Alec came in here and he's now close to 300 pounds right now. I think he is 300. And he's just developing and maturing as a player. I mean, his best years are ahead. He's going to be a really good player. I mean, we don't have a guy up there that's not going to play pro football. So they're all going to be pro players. So, you know, I just think that again, it's kind of like what Rich asked me before in the back end, sort of. It's like, what changes? Maturity, growth, development, and that's what changes. And so Alec has really been, he's a hard-working guy, and he's really grown and developed.
That situation, does it help or it can't hurt, but kind of following in his brother's footsteps?
Well, I think in their family, quite frankly, there's a real toughness. I mean, their dad's a tough guy. Their dad and uncle played, obviously in the pros. But I mean, I think that they're a throwback old school kind of family. I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, smiley face stickers anywhere. So those guys, you know, are held accountable, and they're great kids, and they're tough. And there's been in that family, there's been a bar set for toughness.
Sure.
So I think that's a big part of it for sure.
And you mentioned the toughness.
Two more guys.
My fault. You mentioned the toughness, just kind of like the dependability. I think it was like what, week before last, he kind of pops out for a second.
Yeah, comes right back in.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't miss a ton of snaps. I don't have counts on him.
He's tough as nails. He really is. I mean, he is a smart, hard-working, tough guy, and he just loves it. Alec Lindstrom loves it. And when you have guys that love it like that up front, you got a real chance, because then your culture up there is like that, and that's what means everything in the world, you know. So.
And then flip side, obviously, I think I asked you about AJ yesterday, but when this is sort of a lineage question too, but when you do have like the grandfather, I think I remember going back and reading like, you know, when he was going on his visits, he saw like Touchdown Jesus, and he saw like you know, his granddad's name on the wall, and he saw like the film and all that kind of stuff. Like at a young age, how much does that can you see as a coach that having that sort of model kind of impact what the guys?
I mean, sometimes it works both ways, you know. I mean, I've seen it work where, you know, a guy wants to follow in those footsteps, and I've seen it where a guy wants to carve his own path.
Sure.
So, I mean, I just think it's different for everybody. I can't really speak to it. I think I would say this, and when you go, well, you can sometimes in hindsight, he made a hell of a decision coming here. He's having a spectacular career, and he's showcased, and he's in an offense that features him, and I'd say that things have gone well. He's been around some great guys and friends, and I'd say it's gone super well for him.
And the flip was that
Last one, guys.
my fault. When he I think when I talked to him as a freshman, he was like, part of the reason he decided to stay was kind of reimagining what New England football is for a lot of people, like giving a different image for it. Like when you see him on the cusp of like an ACC record, when you see him rewrite these BC record books, like how much do you say like he accomplished his mission there a little bit?
Yeah, I think he wanted a platform to come to a place that would, like you said, he could get an elite education, he could be in a great sports city, he could play in an offense that was going to really, you know, feed off of his talents. And you know, I think, you know, maybe a way to say it is he wanted to be the one, you know, and he's had a chance to do that. So I think it's been great, great decision for him. It's been great for us, and you know, hopefully the best is still yet to come.